Okay, Minorcan Navy, here we go. Today was the first day we saw the Georgia Emergency Management Agency on site. They had a pretty strong presence going on today. We counted no less than 4 vehicles in the Richmond Hill area. I'm sure they're to make an assessment of the situation and do what it is, or what kind of aid it is that they bring in. They're making those kind of assessments. Now, the subdivision that was on the north side of Highway 144, noticeable improvement today in the amount of water that was visible to us. Yesterday, this street was flooded. It was up over the sidewalk here, into the driveways. You can actually see the line there of where that higher water was in the lawn. Over on the south side of Highway 144, that water is still very high. They are still in the process of pumping some of those lift stations and transporting that material to other areas and putting it back in the system for it to be processed. Water is still high on the south side of Highway 144. No doubt about it. You can tell it's come down some because we don't see the water up in that lane of traffic, but it's still high. It's still draining from over on that side. And make no mistake about it, guys, it's a mess. Yesterday we can see a little bit of water still on the roadway there in that right-hand lane, but nothing like it was yesterday. So conditions are improving in Richmond Hill. Still a lot of water to drain. We understand that, but things are working. And this situation looks like the worst part of it, as far as the flooding is concerned, is behind them, and it's going to be drying out. Now, there's going to be a tremendous amount of work that's got to go on, of course, in these residents and things along these areas. Here at the Live Oak complex, and this is off US Highway 17, we could tell that the water has receded, but these guys are still in a situation here. The residents here are still parking out along the highway, and they're either walking in or they still have volunteers there with hire vehicles, and they are transporting the folks back to the residents here. We can, again, tell that the water levels were dropping, but there's still a lot of water here. Again, this is on the south side of Highway 144 and the west side of US Highway 17. We see one individual here striking out. He has got his waders on, and he's making his way through the flood waters to get back to where he needs to be. Now, just kind of flying around again, this is that Live Oak subdivision. Still, you guys get an idea of just how high the water here is. And if you're not protected with waders or something, this isn't the kind of stuff you want to be in. We saw yesterday there was some overflow coming out of some of the sanitary sewers. And you just don't want to have skin contact with this flood water. There's some other reasons you don't want to be in it, and that's coming up. Again, part of the cycle of these floodwaters is what it can do to aquatic life, and we'll see some of that here in just a moment. But it's been a very trying time, I'm sure, for the residents here who have been caught up in this situation in Richmond Hill. You certainly feel for them. Now, this could very easily be a number of us could very well find ourselves in the same kind of situation. The flooding possibility is no joke. U.S. Highway 17 heading north out of Richmond Hill to Savannah remained closed. We got the drone up and kind of took a peek down Highway 17, and it looks like, to me, conditions here seem to be improving greatly. I would not be surprised if they were able to take a look at this tomorrow and maybe reevaluate the closure of it. But it looks like conditions here are improving significantly from just 24 hours ago. I want to show you guys this. You guys remember this house, and we showed this to you yesterday, as this house had completely become its own island. This was yesterday afternoon, and I want to show you guys what 24 hours will do once the waters begin to recede. This is what it looks like today. Big difference, and the work now starting. We could see the homeowner was on site, and it looked like they had the cleanup process was beginning at the resident here. It's going to be it is going to be a long process to get these houses taken care of. Now, this is what I was talking about right here in this subdivision going in, just a huge fish kill, and the vultures were out starting their cleanup of the process. But again, just a part of that cycle, and this was not pleasant. This area, pretty large fish kill in here, and I guess that has as the flood water comes in, it disrupts the natural balance of the ponds, and that's kind of what's going on there. Just a quick flight over. Again, this is the Richmond Place subdivision on the north side of Highway 144, and you can see a very, very drastic difference from what we saw just 24 hours ago. Hey, that's all we got. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, we want to say, hey, you guys be safe out there.